That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Yeah. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
What's going on, folks? As Pete and Trey stare into each other's eyes lovingly.
Into the abyss.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to Fishing Friday. We got Nick in the house tonight as well from Carolina Waters. So I guess you can do your own plug tonight.
Oh man,
Do it, Nick.
You put him on the spot.
I can't do it. Come on now.
Let me give him a hand here. If you guys want your UPF gear, you can see right here on the table. We got the shirts, the hats, the neck buffs, the gloves, the double stitch gloves, which are super awesome. Head on over to CarolinaWatersNC.com. Use the code TheOneCast, all one word,
David Fuchs.
and save money at checkout. Get prepared for the 2025 season. It's right around the corner. What's up, David Fuchs? Also, while you're online, head on over to onecastfishing.com. Use the code TheOneCast as well to save money on all those weedless Neds, soft plastics, and the snagless revolution. We got the flipping jig, the pitching jig, the swim jig, the bladed jig, the punch jig. There's all sorts of jigs there.
Or flipping and a pitching jig.
I don't know. You flip, pitch, whatever. It's the same deal. Here's the deal.
No, but there's a technical difference between the two.
There is.
There is the punch.
But make sure you guys join the snagless revolution and get your hands on those jigs. And the merchandise is over there as well. So use the code TheOneCast and save money at checkout. Where else do they need to go?
You need to use the link that we always post in our description and everything. You need to head to Hobie Eyewear. You need to grab some of the Hall floats while they are in stock. If you haven't listened to the episode that dropped yesterday on all the platforms, you can go hear about that. 100% upcycled kayak plastic. They're super light, super durable. They have bio something in the lenses. So the lenses are a little bit different.
It's
environmentally friendly.
100%.
Which is always
it's
good.
made out of like castor oil or something.
Yeah. So they float. You're not going to lose any more glasses. Use that link, save some money, grab you some Hall floats.
I was wearing today.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're looking for a home in North Carolina, Central North Carolina, or property, you can hit up our buddy Terry Carpenter, licensed NC realtor at Howard, Perry, and Walston. Terry is a full-time real estate agent. He can get you hooked up with home, property, whatever it is you're looking for. PCS season's coming for all you folks in the military that may be making their way to Fort Bragg, aka Liberty, but that might change back.
We don't know.
We don't know. Terry's familiar with all the neighborhoods down there that are super property to live in because that's where we bought. And so he's been all through them. And he's a guy you can trust. He'll become family. So if you're moving from out of town, he can go look at a house for you, and you can trust his interpretation of the house. If he tells you it's good, it's good. So make sure you hit up Terry. That's carpenterT@hpw.com. Or we set his phone number. Also, you can check our link tree. His link tree is linked in there with all his contact info. And last but not least,
Make sure you go over to your phone, download the Deep Dive app. And usually I give a big long spill, but I'm going to put Trey on the spot. Tell him what happened today. Tell him how you use the app to go fishing about.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I went out to a lake here. Well, I went to Jordan Lake. I'll just say it right. Went to Jordan Lake. I just recently upgraded my active target Lowrance from 1 to 2, and I want to make sure that was good to go. And I also upgraded my graph. So we went out there. And after I got the forward facing sonar dialed in, I turned it off and I said, all right, let me go throw a jig around. Let me go throw a crankbait around. Where's the best areas of the lake? Well, I didn't do that until about midday. So I had fished from mid lake up, and didn't even get a single bite. And then I was like out in the middle of the water. I was like, let me check Deep Dive and see what it recommends. And it totally recommended where I caught 3 fish in a row. And so I ran up there. I threw a Spro rock crawler. I caught a fish. Then I caught a fish right after that. And then I flipped a jig in there, a 1-cast jig. And it was actually the orange. What's
crawdad?
That? Orange crawdad color. And
Did you get a picture with it?
No. Oh, I got a picture of the fish, but I also didn't have the drag set right. Because it's been a minute. I only have 4 rods rigged up right now, right? So anyways, that being said, Deep dive was 100% on point, where it said the best areas of the lake to start. The water temperature was a lot better. The wind, the color of the water, everything like that resembled exactly what Deep Dive was showing. So go on over there to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store, whatever the case may be. Download that, get the free trial, and then it's like $80 a year to subscribe to that. So check those guys out. They've hooked us up, and we have been using them for going on 2 years now. So
Yeah, and so we'll give a minute. We know a bunch you're gonna join from the community. I forgot to share it right off the rip from there. So, Mikey Nadu, what's good, homie? Hope
Chris-
you're doing well, brother.
That's thinking bums at work.
Yeah, that's sucks to suck, I guess.
Christine-
David Fuchs, welcome back. Christine Fuchs, good evening. We miss you as well. And yes, use the link.
Yeah.
David, use the link in the code, David.
we're gonna make a song.
He
out of
won't do
that.
it. He
Yeah.
still won't do it.
Tim, you guys are going to get slammed here.
He said at least your water is not
Slam.
frozen. Yeah, it's not frozen. So
I wish I was kind of
what's up, boys from Massachusetts? Tough watching Trey Fish. We have 10 inches of ice and it's just snow coming tomorrow.
Liz said
Yeah.
they might get up
What's
to
up, Tyler?
8 to 12 over
Oh
the next
wow, really?
week. Just depends how it shapes up. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother's getting 8 tonight.
8
of
inches.
snow. Yeah.
Well,
That's
you know
gonna be
what?
75.
Yeah.
So-
because they were going to go ice fishing tomorrow, and he's like, yeah, we got 8 inches of fresh snow.
Mm.
We're not going.
Yeah, it's no fun.
Ben, what's the heaviest weight you make in the punch jig?
Well, I only have 3/4 and 1 ounce.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We might have to make an 8-ounce one so they can punch the ice with it.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
that's
all I'm
actually-
hearing is excuses. Like, they
But you
make
know
all
what?
their-
You guys in the north, though, here's the beauty about you guys icing over. It sucks right now, but your fish are so aggressive when that ice breaks up, man. Like it is, I'm not going to say easier.
it's easier.
It's easier. It's easier to catch fish up north.
It's way
And we're
easier to
from the
catch
north.
fish up north.
So we can say that.
I'm from
You
the
know what I
north. I
mean?
can say with absolute certainty it's easier to catch fish there.
Well, plus the fish, they're a little tastier too with being
They are.
cold.
They are
Nice firm meat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bass are way better out of cold water.
for sure. Knock the sides off those bad boys and throw in a couple wild.
We got to
and you
keep
got a
them,
good
man.
meal.
And yeah, like we've got to eat. So I saw, I do want to talk about this because it kind of made me mad. So in a local bass fishing group, which there's only one, NC Bass Fishing, a guy shared a video of a dude that was catfishing in North Carolina, and he put like a 14.5-inch bass
I
on a
seen
hook.
Mhm.
And this dude was irate
About the bass.
about the guy using
About
the
the
bass
bass,
for
yeah.
bait, right?
Yeah.
We've talked to Eric Schwind, he was on, said flathead candy. They love a largemouth bass. It's
Yep.
perfectly legal in the state. We have been tricked. I shouldn't say we've been tricked. We've been tricked.
Oh,
we've been fooled,
Conditioned.
conditioned, fooled, whatever, however you want to say it, over the last winter race Scott start tournament, 60s, mid 60s.
It's been about 40 years.
Yeah, so we'll just say 40 years that you have to catch and release largemouth bass or they're going to go extinct. It's not the truth. We need to eat more, so don't be afraid to throw some in the box, take them home and knock the sides off them if the law allows. If it doesn't, then there's a reason. Maybe that lake is fished out, it's hurt, whatever, but we need to eat some fish. And if you're local, go to Sharon Harris and keep about 3,000 of them, Joe. You can keep 5 a day.
Yep.
But keep your 5 every day while this water is cold. I promise you, you can fillet them and fillet crappie, mix them together, and I will bet you $1,000 you can't tell the difference.
Well, that or you go to Gaston or Norman
And go catch
you know,
spots. Yeah.
Catch
Yeah.
all the spots you want and have
Yeah.
a nice
Yeah.
little family fish fry.
And
What's going on, Brad?
By the way, David and Christine, there are bass in Sharon Harris, but you know what? That's to be determined. You guys come back down here. Summertime, we'll load the boat up with them. We'll have a
Are
huge
they coming
fish
down
fry.
for Jordan this year?
I think they are. I think, yeah, you guys are coming down. I
Yeah.
said it. So
Yeah,
you
they
guys
are.
will be
They
down
already have
here.
the house. Yeah, I mean, I can come
Fantastic.
fish New Jersey, but that doesn't really count as the North. That's like nobody from the North counts New Jersey or New York City.
That's not fair. I feel like Jersey.
I'm just
I feel like
I'm
I
just
mean,
being a
outside of
sport.
you not
I'm
being
being a
able to
sport.
pump your gas, it's definitely the north.
Yeah, is it really a state if you can't pump
And it
your own
is,
gas?
it is tough.
And that was weird. We went there
It is weird.
last year, and I just jumped out and like the guy chewed me out about it. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's
Yeah,
like,
I got
"Go
yelled
ahead."
at the
He's
first
like, that's
time.
our job.
I purposely
Like, "Oh, okay."
tried to, when I was driving to Rhode Island back, I purposely filled up before and after New Jersey so I didn't have to worry.
We do
about
love you, Fuchses. We know New Jersey's home, but fix your state. No, I'm
they
just kidding.
will be here in April.
Dude, I'm
and,
super pumped.
and speaking of April, I think Christine's talking about. Oh, David, stop. I think they're talking about the April 19th Take a Warrior fishing event, which is on Jordan
Dookie.
Lake.
What's up,
I love you too, Brad.
Yeah, take a warrior fishing Jordan Lake.
God, we're 10 minutes in the episode. It's already wild.
April 19th,
April
Jordan
19th.
Lake bass tournament. You do not get to pick your partner. You will be randomly selected.
That's right.
You'll take a veteran or active duty service member out on the water with you for a day of fishing, particularly for bass. 5 fish limit. All fish have to be 14 inches. It's completely free. We are doing a side pot this year, $100 buy-in, and we're splitting 50-50 between winners and the organization to help put some money back into that. We're also going to do a 20, it might be 25, $20. I'm going to say 20, it might be 25. So don't kill me if I'm wrong. Big bass with 100% payback. So you have the opportunity. You do not have to get in those side pots, but I know us tournament anglers like a chance to win a little money. So if you want to throw $100 at it,
500.
you can throw whatever you want.
I'm going.
Entry's only 100. If you want to pay a $500
10
entry fee,
10 pounder.
nobody's going to complain.
10 pounder.
But
I'm catching my PB on April 19th.
me too. It's going to be really good. That time of year is super fun. You can catch them a bunch of different ways. You'll have fish on the bed. You'll have post spawn. We should have a shad spawn going on. It's going to be a blast. So if you're in the area, it is the day before Easter. So I know some folks will be traveling, but if you're local and staying local, help us. The reason we did that is if anybody was around for was it Warriors on the Water?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they would rent out New Hope,
Yep.
the ramp, and basically have that to themselves. So we rented out the state park New Hope ramp. We have the full parking lot permitted. It's going to be us. They're opening the gates early for us. So we're going to make a day of it. Food, free lunch after. Lots of door prizes. So if you are local, come do it. It's going to be a blast. We always have a ton of fun at all those events.
Mhm.
So we also have one in the fall. There's a saltwater. So if you're Eastern North Carolina or local, there's a saltwater one coming up. Trey's going to fish it.
I'll be there.
I'll be over there working, helping out run it because I don't have a salt boat. So yeah, excited. Trey, will you fish with me on Friday before the tournament?
Absolutely, Christine. I'll take you out there.
I will be. Oh yeah, we won't be able to get to Norman then.
Norman then. The MPFL.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm actually off that day. That's Good Friday. It's a holiday for us, so we will take you out. Not to Jordan because I don't want to mess those bedfish up for my Warrior, but we can go to Harris or somewhere else. And
I'll take you to Jordan. We'll sore lip a bunch of big ones on the bed.
No, you won't, Trey.
I'll do what I want. This is a free country.
That's right.
So
Sabotaging.
what's
I will
up, Frank Duffy?
We can. He said in Mass we consider the North Connecticut.
Hey, I heard Mikey.
New Hampshire,
I heard Mikey Nadu's taking a medical leave of absence this year.
Yeah, Mikey Nadu getting some rotator cuff surgery, and I hate to break it to you, but you might feel okay, but
Yeah.
you're probably not going to fish a whole lot.
Yeah.
We love you, Mike, but listen to your doctor because if you mess your shoulder up post rotator
It's
cuff,
done.
it is done for life. They can't go back and fix it, which I know sounds weird with modern medical technology, but there's only so much they can do with the rotator cuff. So
Yeah.
be smart, protect it. We love you.
Yeah.
Long time. GI.
Where does he come up with?
That was a movie. Frank Duffy, what's going on, brother? I haven't seen you in a few weeks. Glad, or maybe I have. I don't know. I don't have a memory anymore.
Nope.
He said nope.
Nope.
He'll be fishing left-handed.
Yeah.
Reeling with his
he's
mouth?
no, I'm gonna reel it for him.
Oh, you're gonna reel
Yeah.
for him? Well,
Yeah,
there
he's
you
gonna
go.
set the hook. I'm gonna run up. If we both have a fish,
That's
we'll
some
just-
serious teamwork.
That is that's love there.
yeah.
What if he has to use the potty?
Well, I'm there. Hey, I'm there to
he
help.
goes, well,
I'm there
you
to
know.
help.
Ben's not really sure.
Mm.
Oh, it's not your rotator cuff? Oh, it's cuff, not cup. Like he's gonna punch me in the.
Oh, in the cup.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Mike, because Nick didn't know, so he's not as good a partner as I thought. He
No.
thought it was a rotator cuff,
Yeah.
but
Somewhere
that's
that-
good to hear because
somewhere that
that's a super
shoulder-
tough one. So
Right shoulder area.
glad. I knew it's been bothering you though, so I'm glad you're gonna get it fixed.
Ah,
I'm not gonna read that comment.
me like you a long
I got
time.
the crowd fired up. But yeah, so Trey went out and caught some fish today
Yeah.
on Jordan Lake. So if you're fishing the PBC tomorrow, go pay for the deep dive app, and they'll tell you right where to go
That's right.
because it was
That's
100% accurate. today.
Piedmont Bass Classics has a derby. It's the first derby of the year.
We were wilding out tonight, bro.
Oh man.
Bicep is torn. We're attached. Ooh, man.
Oh, that's terrible,
That's-
Mike.
Yeah.
Well, we'll tell Dale you can't fish fishes.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him know that if you
Um,
try to sign up, that he has to protect your medical.
You're
facility.
done. DUN.
Sorry about that.
Hey, and by the way, with saying that, anybody that wants to fish Men Central League, it's a blast. Sign
It
up.
is
It's fun. Good fellowship. A
good.
lot of hammers.
Good
out there.
A
competition.
lot of hammers.
A lot of hammers.
A lot of
We got
hammers.
2 at the table. So
Shut it
there's only
down.
one. There's only one here.
Hey, somebody's got more plaques than we do.
Oh.
So shut her
Last week
down.
was funny when you explained how Trey and I became friends. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So here's a question I have for everybody, and listen up. Tomorrow, Trey and I, and maybe Ben, he's got to do some orders and stuff, are going to be at Bass Pro in Cary. Their service,
Carolina.
their boat.
Me too.
Oh, Nick will be there.
You guys wearing your t-shirts?
I'm gonna wear my jersey probably, just because it has one cast really big on it.
I've gotten fat, so
But anyway,
I need a new jersey.
what's going on? We're gonna talk about it, Tony. We're gonna get to you, brother. Love you too. So we're gonna be up there tomorrow from 12 to 3 p.m. Bass Pro and Cary. We'll be back in the boat section. We've got a boat set up. We're gonna be doing some seminars and stuff, but we need topics. We are going to go live during each seminar as well here on Facebook, so you can jump on and watch. We won't be able to read comments because we're going to be standing up there, unless Ben wants to sit back and read comments and not be in front of a bunch of people, or Trey wants to do that, or I want to do that. We may rotate. We could probably do that, but we won't be able to read comments, but we're going to talk about topics that y'all want to hear. So if there's anything you want us to talk about tomorrow while we're there, and you don't just want us to pick, put it in the chat tonight, and we'll make a plan to talk about it.
What is Seth talking about tomorrow?
Seth is talking about pre-spawn fishing local lakes.
Okay.
So
Is he going to talk or is he just going to yell at everybody?
he'll be yelling.
He's gonna.
Yeah.
He's
He doesn't even need a mic.
No.
Yeah,
No.
so Seth Ellis, you guys know him. He's been on here before numerous times. He's going to be up there and talking his pre-spawn stuff. He's a great shallow water angler, probably one of the best in the business. But you know, we'll compliment his seminar.
Is he bringing the goat?
I don't
Oh
know.
man,
I don't know. Brad, is he bringing the goat?
Brad, did he make plans to bring the goat?
I don't
That's
know.
what we need to know. Tell him about Black's Tire. Yeah, Trey.
All right, Black's Tire and Auto, Sanford, North Carolina, right up there on Main Street. Your landmark is the McDonald's on the corner, and then the other side is the Piggly Wiggly, right? So Black's Tire and Auto, I've been going there for over a decade now. These guys are fantastic. They do all the servicing on all of my vehicles, all the tire purchases I have, everything that I need done. These guys take care of it, right? So if you guys are in the market, we got a bunch of free oil changes too that we're going to be giving away. I think we're going to be giving them away at some of the events. But Tony Acreage is here in the comments. So if you guys got any questions, if you're local here to Sanford, North Carolina, or maybe you're up in Apex or down in Fayetteville or whatever, they have 54 locations across North Carolina and South Carolina. I only do business with the one in Sanford, North Carolina, right? So Main Street, check them out. These guys are fantastic.
Yeah, I've been going there since I met Trey, so about 3 years now. I'll be up probably next week. I gotta get my oil change, and I need rear brakes because I've been putting it off forever, and I'm too lazy to do it. So I'd rather Blacks because they know what they're doing. But to Trey's point, we travel a lot in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and there's stores kind of all over. So if we did get in a bind, I'm confident any of those shops would take good care of us. So definitely check out Black's Tire. Check that one out, particularly if you're local. If not, find the one that's nearest to you.
And Tony, you can confirm or not, but you guys were working on a roadside service package where guys can go out and, if you get a flat or you break down on the side of the road, they're going to be able to like deploy and take care of you. So I don't know if that's online yet, but let us know because that's a great capability.
Tim, I made note of that. That's a good topic. We get asked that probably, I don't know, a lot. That's a question a lot of folks ask is how you approach a lake you've never fished. Deep dive is definitely a tool now, but we'll keep that in the pocket for tomorrow. We're going to talk about it tonight too, unless you have other questions. We need some stuff for tomorrow, so I don't want to answer every single question because I want
Well, it doesn't matter. They're not.
I want y'all to
probably be
tune
there
in or
tomorrow.
come see us. But
Well-
we're going to go live so they can listen.
If you guys are tuning in on your Saturday to watch us, like,
Well,
thank
it's
you so
Massachusetts.
much.
I got 342 feet of snow coming tonight,
I
bro.
mean, what else are they going to do? Make snow?
Putting rear brakes on my truck this evening tomorrow. Yeah, they're no fun. So I can understand.
Take it to
Frank.
Black Star and Auto, they get you squared away.
That's right, Frank. You could do that. But yeah, so more questions, always good. Nick, what do you want to talk about? I mean, you're here like the guests of honor.
I mean, I'm here.
You want to talk about SOBA a little bit? Like what we got going on? We got the tournament coming up in November.
Yeah. So, Soba's coming up November. Hold on. Let me see here. I think it's the 7th.
And so
Yeah, look it up real quick. So real quick, Tony just said it don't matter if we have trucks or not. If y'all need help, we're gonna come to y'all. We appreciate everything y'all do for the community, the company, and what y'all do in the fishing community. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate those kind of words, man.
Yeah. So November 7th will be our Soba tournament. I'm hoping to have flyers ready next week. So, but we just got to get a couple things still confirmed with family. But yeah, as soon as we get that, we'll get those flyers out and we'll get everything posted up. Looking forward to it again. Again, we got, a lot of great people supporting us and helping us out and everything. And we've grown every year. So, I'd like to get, 70 plus boats this year. I think we can make it happen. We just got to do our part and getting the word out.
We've got 4 in here. David Fuchs said he'll be there. That's 5. So we got at least 5. As soon as registration opens up, I'll be boat one again. Because
Seth will be there. That's 6.
Yeah, he better be.
Yeah. So when the MPFL goes to Norman this year, I'll be there that Friday, and definitely handing out the flyers there, trying to maybe talk to Brad Fuller a little bit, see if he can kind of announce it and everything during the weigh-ins or whatever. But I would love to see more MPFL guys.
Yes.
Yeah, we've talked to a bunch.
Especially since we have 20?
19.
But 19 North Carolina guys that are fishing MPFL.
It's a little bit earlier this year. The biggest issue we've run into is when it's been is lined up with the start of deer season, and them boys is in the woods.
Yeah.
So I think this year will be good because last year was the week before opening day. The year before was opening day weekend. So we should be in good shape this year.
Yeah. And again, always, it's on a Friday. So
our Ed coming down, he wanted to go again also. Yeah, so there's another boat.
Ed String and his wife Lisa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why don't you all get Ike and Ellie to come down? See if he
get Ike
see
to
if he can
come
throw
down.
me out of his boat on a North Carolina lake. Just kidding. Ike, love you.
Be a
Is that
bit
a
colder
challenge?
this time.
All
It would
right.
be-
So Nick talked about SOBA, Special Operations Bass Anglers. You guys, have you picked the fallen operator?
We have. I just can't say who it is right now.
He said
Okay.
he was insurance of the family.
The family still
Yep.
has to approve a couple things. So,
All right.
That'll all be coming.
But yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully next week we'll have all that.
You gonna make it this year, Ben?
Mike Updike
I hope
is
so.
back in the States now, so he's our team lead, and he'll be getting on that. So, Updike is glad to we're glad to have you back in the States, bud.
Yeah, welcome back, man. Definitely come fish that one if you can.
For sure.
Come fish Warrior Fishing, but if you have to travel, I understand with it being Easter weekend that can be hard. But that SOBA one, if you're looking to take a trip and do some fishing, Norman normally is very, very good that time of year. It was a ton of fun. It's a little bit off this year because of the weather we had. So it fished a little bit different, but that lake's a ton of fun. You can still catch fish even when it's fishing tough. And it's a great organization. Lots of fun. We end up hanging out an extra day or two and fishing some more. So make sure you come on out for that.
And if you can't catch bass, you can always, catch stripers.
That's true.
Tyler said, I'm going to Jordan tomorrow. Just so you know, the PBC's first event is out there. So there would probably gonna be some traffic, but
Just don't put it in Farrington.
Just don't put it at Farrington. Yeah. First time I've been in bass fishing in about 6-7 years. Don't have the drive to chase the crappy tournaments anymore. So it's back to fun fishing. Got a few rods rigged up, but undecided on red square bill or white spinnerbait. What are y'all thoughts?
Both.
Yeah, I would throw both.
Yeah,
I would
both.
grind that square
Especially
bill on
with
the
the-
rock. I would throw that spinnerbait on the rock.
Yeah, win.
Yeah,
So-
we're supposed
so
to have some wind tomorrow.
You're gonna have a 97% overcast tomorrow, Tyler. And so my recommendation to you is lock a 1/2 ounce spinnerbait in your hand and drag it through the mud. Right. So hit any rocky points you can and let it fall down and seriously slow that thing down and
Yep.
drag it through the mud. Right. Don't be afraid to throw jerkbait in cloudy conditions too. But that spinnerbait, you can't go wrong with that. Right.
So let me ask you this, Trey.
Yeah.
With throwing your spinnerbait, having it hit the mud, dragging it through there, would you, if you have a tendency to reel fast, would you almost find a reel like what I would call a crankbait reel, a 5 3-1, switch out that if you have a tendency to go fast on your spinnerbait? That way it's slowing down, or what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you can, but I mean, you can really work your spinnerbait almost like a jig, right? You can almost like use your rod instead of worrying about switching out the reel. Like the way I run it, like I'll run 15-pound tests, fluorocarbon, really it's copoly, and I'll still have it on a 6.3. But I will let it hit it'll be a 1/2 ounce and I'll let it hit the bottom, and I will like reel and sweep my rod to where it's maintaining bottom contact the entire time, right? So you could do it with a reel. The only issue you may have is if that fish grabs your spinnerbait and runs towards the boat. Right. That is the biggest risk you take because you're not going to be able to catch up with that fish necessarily. Right. So
are you using a Colorado blade?
So no. So yes, sometimes, but most of the time I'm using 2 to 3 to 4 willow leaf blades on, said spinnerbait. Colorado leaves are great if you're trying to slow it down and keep it up or keep it down, I guess. But Pete loves a Colorado blade this time of year. There's a couple different styles that I like. The Booyah's got a good one. 911's got, or 911 Custom Lures got a great one. It just depends on what you're comfortable with, though. So.
But bigger blades, then.
If I'm using a 3 or 4 willow leaf, then they're smaller blades. If I'm using a double, then they're bigger. Gotcha. Then they're bigger ones. Yeah. And I don't use a trailer usually, but sometimes you can put like a, missile bake spunk shad, or you can put a stinger, a one cast fishing stinger on the back of it, like a boot tail, and you can like really slow down that spinnerbait and work it over laydowns and along the side of laydowns, and you almost don't even have to reel it. Like it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? Yeah. There's a sound apparently it makes.
I like that sound.
Yeah. So for me, I'm 1000% throwing Colorado blades. I don't change my reel, but I'm going to put bigger blades on my spinnerbait, as big as I can get, and it'll still spin them. I want as much thump as possible this time of year. There's just something about thumping hard in the spring, like early spring, that just gets them chewing. So for me, that slows it down enough. And I've conditioned myself where I still throw it on a set like a 7-1. Yeah. And I'm just so used to slowing down that it doesn't bother me. If you absolutely can't, like Trey said, is a great idea. You can drag it. My biggest thing is I don't like when my blade stops spinning on a spinnerbait because it's not natural. So I don't like to stop. And when you drag, sometimes to catch up, you might have that second of slack, which can help. If you kill it every once in a while, you can get a reaction strike. But this time of year, I want them to keep split spinning. So if I couldn't do that, I would go to like a 5 to 3 or 6 to 3 just to slow it down. The other thing you can do, and this is a little secret, is go to like a 1 ounce spinnerbait. Yeah. Even if you're fishing in the dirt, because that'll help you keep down and grinding it on the ground. And like I said, I go as big Colorado blades as I can. I'm not going to tell you the color combination because that is a secret. I hold
orange and gold or orange and silver
so much. No, I do. I prefer orange front blade, gold back blade. I can't even trick these dudes into thinking I have all this juice. It was not now. But yeah, no, I'll run an orange front.
So if you need any spinnerbaits, go to 911 Custom Lures, and
he makes one that's really good.
Just tell him you want the
tell him the one you want that I order, because I order like 100 of them every year. But yeah, I run an orange, the first one coming back from the head, and then I like gold this time of year. The water tends to be, as it's warming up, we've got a lot of spring showers and things going on. The water tends to be a little bit dirtier even on clear lakes. So I like that gold blade. I think it shows up a little better than that stained water.
I agree.
So that's just me personally with a spinnerbait. Greg Hale said Max thump this time of year for sure. Yeah, that's me. As you come up the right side of Rosen Creek, there's a ton of rock. A jig in there. Oh man, giving up the juice bread. Yeah, there is a ton of rock. A lot of people don't know about that rock. Tim Trini asked a couple questions. Crankbaits preference time of year, color, flat side, wood, plastic, square bill, round bill, lipless.
Well, for me, it's going to depend on the type of lake I'm fishing. So like today, and then 2 days ago, I was fishing a lake that has no lay downs, no boat docks, like really no cover, but what it does have is grass. So I throw a lipless crank in there because it comes through the grass better for me. You can rip it out through. You can yo-yo it up and down that. If you're fishing a lake with a lot more cover, that's more difficult to do. So this time of year, if I'm fishing a lot of more rocky points, more rocky riprap and stuff, a lot of times I like throwing a rock crawler wigglewort.
Yep.
And then if I'm more going down like a clay bank, or it's more, there's sporadic lay down, sporadic rock, a lot of times I throw like a frit side, a flat sided crankbait. So those are kind of, usually this time of year, if I think they're on a crankbait bite, I'll probably have all 3 tied up.
Yep.
But the one I'm opting to first, or I'm playing around with most, it really depends on the way the lake sets up.
That's right.
I'm probably going to go to a frit side first for no reason other than I just like throwing a frit side. But one thing we've learned in recent years is everybody said when it got cold, you had to throw a flat side and you had to throw balsa. It doesn't matter.
No.
I've
All
caught
you
them on
need to
5
do-
XPs.
Yeah.
What's important this time of year is getting the bait in front of the fish. A lot of times they're sucked down to the bottom this time of year. Anytime with a crankbait, if you're not making bottom contact, you're not probably catching a lot of fish. And people are going to say, I catch them in 40 foot of water you got lucky. Like crankbaits do not look good if they're not banging and beating.
The only way you get away with that is if you're fishing like one of those suspending wiggleworts or
and then you're
those
jerking
are old,
you're fishing
or
like a jerk bait.
or suspending like shad wraps or something.
Burn it and
Yeah.
pausing it. and
Fire and
stuff,
pause it, yeah. So
But a normal
Now, are you going with a you said the frit side? Are you going with a silent or rattle?
just depends on where I'm fishing. I've found lakes like Jordan, I like a silent because they get hammered. They see 7,000 crankbaits a day. Sometimes you remove that rattle and you'll get a couple extra bites. But again, water clarity. If it's a little bit on the clear side, silence a little better.
Yeah.
If it's super dirty, I want it to make more noise, I'll go with a rattle.
Yeah.
I don't pay.
That's-
I'm not as into the like rattle, no rattle game as a lot of folks.
It's a great question. I started off today with a like a frit side 7, sorry. But I noticed using my Hobie glasses how dirty the water really was, right? And so when I'd get up into an area, I would notice there'd be like a transition in the water. It'd go from like dirty to like freaking dirty.
Yeah, that like
And
silk
yeah,
line.
like freaking
Yeah.
dirty. And so I was like, let me change this out because maybe this tight wobble, like I need it to scout.
You want to
I
hunt a
needed
little
to
bit.
hunt a little bit more, right? So I switched to a rock crawler, and then I changed the rock crawler to the color that the clay bank was, right?
Gotcha.
Because your crawfish, obviously, they're going to change colors and stuff like
as
that
they're molting.
as
yeah.
they're molting and stuff like
This
that.
time
So
of year, when you start getting that warmer, as it warms up and you hit that 55,
They
they
start
start
to
to
go-
come out of the hole. And
Yes.
that's when
they get brighter.
but also like the clay bank thing is a good piece of juice because when they come
Mhm.
out initially, if you've ever seen one, they are caked in that stuff. That's
They
on-
are.
So they have that mud all
Oh,
over.
All right, I gotta tell you this.
Go ahead.
Mikey,
What?
get off real quick because he's about to get some juice, and I don't want you calling later.
Just because you said about the clay bank, them coming out, being that malted color, that red
Yeah.
and everything. Dude, Roanoke River.
Yeah, red and black. I know.
Good gracious. You find them clay banks.
Oh, Scooter Lily's gonna kill you.
Mm.
Yeah, those
Throw a
clay
jig.
banks.
But that's
jig,
everywhere you go.
Especially,
Yeah,
well,
tell
the
us.
Roanoke. I haven't shown you that because we haven't gone down there early. You'll run a bank on the
Dude.
Roanoke, and you'll see the water line, and there's holes up on the bank
Yeah.
that are touching each other. Those are all crawfish.
They're all
holes.
crawled in.
Yeah.
You'll find banks that are literally crawfish holes
Yeah.
touching each
Like
other. That's
somebody
nothing.
shot the
It
bank.
looks like somebody shot it with a gun. Yeah,
So a half ounce, just you can throw a jig. We've caught them that way too. But Texas rig, a speed crawl,
Yeah.
green pumpkin, you can dye the pinchers,
Yeah.
whatever you want to dye them.
I would say anybody looking to fish this time of year, like, we always say match the hatch. but-
Mikey, no. hey, Chris over there at 911 hasn't. He every time somebody come up to buy stuff, he was handing them your Roanoke River bait. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
So did you guys see?
Seth Ellis
Did you
bought
guys see Trey McKinney's post yesterday morning?
He was down here at the Chillon, wasn't he?
He went to Pascal Tank
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and he had
30
five for
pounds?
like 35, 36
Yeah, I did
pounds
see that.
Yeah.
in like an hour.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good derby
Yeah.
when they're here. They're hitting it.
I mean, right now is where you're going to catch the heaviest fish
Oh,
of
yeah.
the year,
Oh, absolutely.
right? Because
Yeah.
they're pre-spawn, they're ready to.
Yeah.
They're moved up there and stuff like that. I mean, I dropped 20 pounds in 4 fish a couple years ago on a half ounce double Colorado blade spinnerbait, dragging it through
Those
the mud,
are Willis.
right?
wasn't it?
Or
It was your
willow leaf.
KVD one.
Yeah, it was a K. It was just
The
a
sexy shad,
KVD
straight king
sexy
KVD.
shad.
Yep.
I lost my signature series rod. Signature series, good
It's the
gracious.
one casting.
the one casting.
Hit up Cash and Rods. Tell them you want them to see him bring it out.
Yeah. And so I was down to 4 rods, and that made me throw that spinner bait. And actually, I didn't have a fish in the boat until 11:30, and then
I called
caught 2 7.5 pounders.
and that started I had to call Trey if he
Yeah.
the tournament. I'm there at 11 every day because he'll be like, I got nothing. And then an hour later, he'll be like, I got 5 for 40 pounds.
I've never had 40 pounds. I've never had 30 pounds.
Tim
in my life.
Traney said, where'd he go? Last year at this time, Pete was talking about the Moto Yamatanuki, how to work out. It worked really good, man. I found very specific situations where it was really good. So bed fishing, super good. And not fishing it the way it was designed to fish when they're on the bed. Worked really well for me. The mini Yamatanuki, the one that's like, I forget the size. It's like 2.3 or something.
It's Mike Nadu size.
Yeah, micro. That bad boy on a finesse worm hook, the bent worm hook, offset worm hook. When the bite's tough and like you only get them a bite of Senko or something, they would absolutely smash that. So I had a lot of fun fishing it. Missile came out with one similar, the poop baits, as John Cruz called them when he came on and talked about it. They're specific. The one thing I want to do is fish it more around docks. We just don't dock fish a whole bunch. So there's like our local lakes don't have a ton of docks. It's 2.5, David Fuchs said.
I just go to Tillery.
Tillery, yeah. I
So,
mean, but I
That's an hour and a half.
fish off a dock on Tillery there and other stuff that,
Other stuff we're not going to talk about.
yeah, because they're going to spray it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They killed it all last year. But yeah, it's supposed to be a great dock, but I don't know if Ben or anybody's ever fished those poop baits around docks, but
I haven't fished them around docks. No.
they look stupid. I mean, they don't look like anything. They just have that Yamatanuki is really neat because if you pull it, it pulls pretty straight, but as soon as you kill it, it does this back and forth fall instead of the side to side. And there's just something about it falling that way. And then it's got that little French tickler on the back, for lack of a better term, little tail that kind of has a subtle wiggle as it falls down. And yeah, they smash it. So stop it, Nick. I'm friend. Thoughts on the Cash and Element rod lineup as a budget rod? Oh, they're great. Yeah,
Great rod.
The Element's a great rod. Yeah, I don't have any complaints. I have a couple that I bought to try. I am an Icon guy just because I bought a bunch of them. So
You are.
that's what I stick with. But the Element, the ones I use, they actually have a crankbait rod.
I need to pick one of those up.
Yeah, I throw for like the mid depth cranks that's in the Element, and I'm not a big cork handle fan anymore, just because I've gotten used to the Kevlar handles that they use on their like Elements. But that crankbait rod, I mean, Trey, last year we went to Bugs Island early, and I caught I caught a big striper on it, and I caught a big largemouth on it, cranking. It holds really well, keeps fish pegged. It's just a really good bait. So yeah, get hit on the fall with the Yamato. That's what it's designed, man. Kill it, let it fall straight down, that back and forth wobble. If you fish it like a jerk bait over the top of a fish on a bed and then kill it, it's special.
So there's a new boat dealership / tackle shop.
Element.
Or
Elevate
Outdoors.
Outdoors.
Yeah, Elevate Outdoors.
I was thinking about the rod you just asked
Well,
about.
and that's what I was saying. That they sell the casting rods in there, along with some other stuff, along with Carolina Water stuff now.
Yeah, Tyler, it is in
So-
Sanford. So I know you're local. So if you head to Elevate Outdoors, let them know you heard us talking on here. They also have a cork handled series of their own rods that Cashin's making. I don't know the price point on those. I didn't look, but go in there, see Jason and Big Mike. They're going to get you taken care of. Good people. So they're carrying Carolina Water. So if you don't want to save a couple bucks and use our code and order online, go in there, support small business though, for real. Like run in there, grab a shirt, grab a hat. They've got the full lineup of Carolina Water stuff in there. We went in last Saturday. I think Trey and I went in there, and there was a bunch of Carolina Waters hats that were gone already.
I bought 4 rock crawlers. I bought some.
Is that it? Just 4?
Just 4.
Pete bought the rest.
I only bought 2.
No,
I bought like 2 custom paint.
They have one cast fishing long neck hooks in there. They have one cast fishing jigs in there. They have Carolina Waters
Get some Neds.
apparel in there. Yeah,
they
got a ton of stuff in there. But we wanted to buy some stuff to show support to a brand new startup company.
And good people.
And good people, man. Real good people.
They're going to be Skeeter, dealer, Bass Cat, some
G3.
G3. I don't remember the center console brand they're going to be carrying in there for the coast, and then they're going to have some pleasure boat brands. They're also, I know they're still working on it, looking to be a full Can-Am dealer, so they'll have your ATVs, UTVs, all that fun stuff. So,
So another thing I'll say about that is, about buying local. Everybody says, well, I can go to Tackle Warehouse. I can go to, this place, that place, because they're a little cheaper. They're usually like 50 cents cheaper, guys.
and then you'd never spend enough to get free shipping.
Yeah.
Well, I always do because I have a problem.
Yeah. But,
I have an addicted person.
go in there and just build relationships with people.
That's right.
It's the little mom and pop shops that, really need locals to come by and help them out and everything. So,
yeah,
I mean, I don't mind spending,
No, absolutely. I'm the same way.
Okay.
And like I said, go in there, tell them that you heard on the show.
Well, you're already there anyways,
And,
right?
Yeah.
When you
already
tell
there.
them, you heard about us on the show, and who knows, they might help you out a little bit. I'm not going to say they will. We don't have an official relationship or anything, but don't expect it. But tell them you heard on the show about us, because we're super happy they're here. It's
Something else I wanted to talk about too.
Hold on real quick. He said, Nick, I need some more Carolina Waters here soon. Put a sticker for my new truck. Yeah, go ahead. CarolinaWatersNC.com. Use the code the OneCast all one word. Check
And
out
make sure you use the code, David.
the code's the
Yes.
OneCast all one
So
word.
we got
David.
the stickers and the decals. The new decals are
That new shirt
a little better.
Fire. I can't
So-
link it yet, but it's coming soon.
Yes, it is coming soon. So they're ordered. They'll be nice. They will match hat that we have that I know Pete already owns. So my son owns one too. But yeah, looking forward to the new stuff coming in. We always got new stuff, but we're gonna
Tim
keep
said,
going.
I miss you talking about Charger boats closed. We talked about it briefly because somebody asked if we thought anybody was going to buy it. And the only person I think might buy it is Johnny, and he'll buy it just to shut it down. And it depends on how big their manufacturing facility is. If he needs more manufacturing space, he'll buy it and he'll shut it down. So sounds good. I stay down near Aberdeen and going to ride up to Sanford.
I mean, you're going to go right by it. It's right there on Highway 1. It's right past the old, well, it's not the old, but it's right past what Shatley is.
Yeah, Tyler. I mean, they closed Aberdeen Bait and Tackle down because they imposed eminent domain. Chatley doesn't really have any tackle. Elevate Outdoors.
They don't have bass boats anymore.
They don't have bass
No.
boats. Yeah.
Well,
They might get an occasional,
They might have some now.
but there's competition.
They might bring a little
Tyler,
competition's good.
check out Elevate Outdoors, man. Jason's down there, Big Mike's down there, right?
Mike,
Yeah.
They're great people. There's a beautiful 2016 Legend for sale for like 48 grand.
Yeah, 45.
45 grand sitting on the showroom floor.
If I needed a boat,
It's got a 2-stroke Merc 250 on the back.
108
It's got 2 Lowrance HDS Live 12s on the front,
and
then 2 12s and another one. So there's like
and a Humminbird.
5 graphs on that boat, forward-facing sonar, dual power pole
AT2.
blades, active target 2, KVD,
Oh yeah, the noisemaker.
the little thing noise make.
the hydro.
Hydro Wave, yeah.
Mhm. It's a beautiful boat, man. Like seriously, like
You're absolutely
if they
right, bro.
made Legend anymore, I would buy that boat.
I would buy that boat if I needed a boat. Legend
sure.
is an
It's a
absolutely
fantastic boat.
fantastic. It's a well built boat.
What-
So what were you going to say, Trey?
What I wanted to say though is, we talk about Elevate Outdoors, we talk about new stuff coming online. You got a couple new colors coming online that I think everybody needs to know about.
No, we
because
don't want to talk about that.
No, we need to talk
No,
about
we don't
that.
want to talk about that.
So
Can't grow the industry without
We
telling
can talk
people.
about it after I get mine.
You're
We got
gonna
to
get
pre-order
yours.
it.
we've mentioned this before. So the Nighthawk, the popular, I don't know if you got any in here to show.
I'll grab some.
So the popular Nighthawk that these guys love, Self Ellis, when he was up at Saginaw Bay. I mean, he was just
Yeah.
caught like 60 fish on the hematoma. So great pitching bait, flipping bait, great jig trailer. So we have 4 colors right now, but we're bringing in 2 new colors. The first is that Sunfish Laminate, which we already have in the Warthog. So it's similar color there. We've had a lot of folks want that in the Nighthawk, and then we're also in he's got a big bag of them here. These are the there's a mix of colors. in
Yeah,
there.
you got some black and blue, some hematoma.
You got to show that thing up in the camera. So But we're also we're gonna have that sunfish laminate color, and then we're gonna bring in a pearl, so a white color. And the reason why we're doing that is this bait is one, it's a great bed fishing bait. So having that pearl will be great on the beds, but it's also great for swim jigs. Those appendages, they're almost like twin grub, kickers on the back. So they give off a lot of action. It's a great buzz bait trailer. You just take off the side appendages, I mean, it works excellent as a buzz bait trailer. So we want to bring that pearl, that white color in there to diversify.
Yeah. If you've been around fishing for a while, bass fishing in particular, there was a bait that was similar, that was made by Big Bite Baits back in the day. They don't make it anymore. If you used it, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. It's a special bait, and it only took me 2 years to get Ben to make pearl for me, and all of you, but specifically for me.
And then Pete's gonna buy like 500 of them.
I'm buying 500 right off the rip. I'm not even kidding. Like I told him straight up, order
taking a whole box.
500.
I'm buying a bunch of them.
Well, you got enough hooks for them too now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I was gonna talk about that, but there ain't nothing left. I went and looked today.
Yeah.
Like it's about gone. So, but Vector hooks, if you used them, they've gone out of business. About like 390 packs of hooks. So, yeah. JB was having some health issues. Decided to shut it down. So hate to see an industry guy that's been around for, I think he popped like 2016, 2017, somewhere in there.
Yeah, it was around 5-6 years, 19.
19. It was not. You're right. 18, 19.
Yeah.
And I've been staff with him since then. So has Nick.
Mhm.
Hate to see that, but yeah, I'm not gonna eat hooks for a while. I bought a pile because I
Yeah.
really, really like their hooks.
So my box came in the other day.
I get a box every day.
And it was
Yeah, because I bought it.
was
I
massive.
bought it X%, and then X%, and then X%. I just kept adding more and more.
Yeah, so I got mine. JB actually, I hope you don't mind me saying this now, but
No, you're good.
so he texted me the night before he posted it to everybody, and I've been around since I think pretty much day one with him, and he's like, hey, listen, here's what's going on, and he's like, so if you want any hooks, I can give you a good deal on them. And I pretty much bought in the EWG hooks, which is a 1/0 through a 6/0. I bought 50 packs of each. And then the worm hooks, and then the tornado treble hooks, and then the ones with the feathers on them. And then he has
You got them?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And then he had a 7/0 worm hook. And I bought 50 packs of them.
Yeah, I
as
got one
well.
of them too. They're
You're
great.
never gonna need another hook again.
Those
No.
7/0 worm
No.
hooks are so good on a Carolina rig.
Yeah.
Like I think I bought 30 packs of them when they
Yeah. So I'm
his
I'm pretty set
HD
too.
his HD offset straight shank worm hooks are the best hooks I ever used.
Yeah.
I bought I'm the same, like 50 packs of
Yeah.
every size.
Yeah.
Just
Goes to show you, like, show support to your local companies.
yeah.
right?
I
Oh, yeah.
mean I think he had some extenuating circumstances, but still I don't know how business was. I'm sure that may have played a role, but yeah, if you find something you like support them and order if you can direct from them. Dealers seem like a great idea, and they are for some companies. Ben has some, and it's great to have it out there. But as you get bigger and bigger, the more dealers you get into, that starts to cut into the actual money going to the company that's producing
right.
the
Yeah.
product. So I'm a big fan of direct to consumer model. However, I know Ben, dealers, it's hard to grow your brand without being in stores and having people like it in front
Oh,
of
yeah.
people.
Mhm.
It's not an easy thing to do. And it also at some point you don't want to be the one packing orders every day. You want your customers to be able to run to the shop down the road and pick it up. So I get both sides, but direct to consumer, if I can, I like to go straight to the company and try to cut that middleman out, because there is a cost loss to the person producing that. Because they can't sell it to them at retail,
Yeah.
and then them sell at retail.
Yeah.
So there's pass through on that, but support your local. And like Brad said, he said Elevate is rad. We all need each other, and we do. And if you go in and talk to Jason, Jason will tell you straight up that we need everybody. We need Chatley. We need Bass Pro. We need Elevate. Like everybody serves a different purpose and a different niche. They have what you need. But yeah, check them out. They're going to be full service. Correct me if I'm wrong, Trey. Yamaha.
Correct.
Mercury and
Yeah.
Suzuki service. So they have a Master Tech in there. If you guys know Docs Marine, which is local
Yep,
service,
right up the road here.
he is hit their service manager, so he's going to be doing most of their service. So they bring on another guy. So you've got another option. We've talked about the folks at Bass Pro that he has up there currently are amazing techs. They do a great job. They do all of Trey's work. But if you're in Sanford, it's a little bit of a haul, right, to drag your boat all the way up there. So if you have something that needs attention immediately, we've got a dealer here now.
Yeah, that's a great negotiating point you just brought up, Pete. Brad, you might want to think about that a little bit now. No, I'm just kidding. You guys have always taken care of me up at Bass Pro Shops, man. Even when I went to get the new grass put on, they had the gimbal mounts like laid out and everything like that for no reason. Like I'm not some pro angler, right? They just take care of you. And I think that's the biggest thing about the fishing community is like when you show loyalty to a company, they're going to take care of you. You could do it to One Cast Fishing, Carolina Waters. It doesn't really matter. Like they're going to take care of you because they want your business to come back to them. And they want you to spread that word around like, hey, we're here for the consumer, man.
But go buy your jigs at Elevate Outdoors from One Cast. And if they don't have what you want, then order from Ben because we want to support both companies and you can do it that way. I'm a fan because Ben, most of the shops you're in are those local mom and pop shops, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Go get the jigs at Elevate and then get the Nighthawks and all the plastics and stuff are on the website.
That's
definitely get some Nighthawks. Just I might buy all the pearls.
You want the Nighthawks because there's so many uses for them.
So many. They're super versatile. Everybody knows my affinity for a D-bomb.
Yep.
Like that's still going to be my number one go-to flipping bait. I'm going to have 2 go-to flipping baits. I'm going to have one of each rigged up. And I'm probably going to pick, I do. I'm going to pitch to each one a piece of cover.
Yep.
Because you have an equal chance of getting bit. I'm still
going to double fist it. Can you do it?
I could. If Trey will reel one for me, I might be able to do that. Would you reel one in for me if I hook 2? Like I'll mouth one and you reach around.
I got you
lovingly.
I got you, boo.
Okay, we're good.
I will nick your Mikey.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna nick my. I like that. That's our new saying for the year.
There ain't nothing like a good reach around.
Which you want, KC, and which of you want the Eagles? I don't care.
No.
I could care less, honestly.
What are we talking? Is that soccer?
I sort of want the Eagles to win just because I don't like Taylor Swift. So
I hope they get all the baskets in the world.
maybe nobody will win. They might cancel.
Who's
Super
at the
Bowl.
halftime show?
Kendrick
No
Lamar.
idea.
Who's
Kendrick
that?
Lamar.
Yeah.
Who's that?
You know who
seriously have-
Kendrick
You
Lamar.
know. Yeah.
No, I don't.
I swear to God, I
Actually,
don't know.
Kendrick Lamar's like one of the, in my opinion.
I
he's
honestly
like one of the
don't.
best
I don't
rappers.
listen to
He's
any.
pretty good.
I don't really listen to the radio anymore. I'm a straight
Yeah.
podcast person
Yeah,
now,
same.
so I don't know.
Problem is, I know his songs. I just can't.
Does he have a
I like-
TikTok song?
Yeah, he's got some blew up on TikTok too.
Somebody
I'll check him out
explain
there.
Kendrick Lamar to Pete over here.
Nice. I'll keep that in mind when I need something done to my Suzuki.
For
Yeah,
sure,
Tyler,
Tyler.
check them out,
Yeah.
man. They're right there. You're not too far in Aberdeen. Great people.
And
Hey,
if you
let-
come up here, Tyler, shoot us a message, man. If we're free, we'll swing over there and meet you.
And if you're local tomorrow from 1 to 3 noon to 3 p.m.,
We'll be at
Bass Pro at
and
Cary. Come hang out, talk fishing. We'll probably get there a little bit earlier, but we're gonna do some seminars, hang out, gonna have some fun. So
Plus
come up,
there's
talk
snacks
fishing.
and drinks. And
Oh yeah,
stuff,
there's
too,
snacks
so.
and drinks.
Yeah.
Brad, if you're so on, you can like, what kind of snacks did you buy me? I mean, did you buy everybody?
We got
No, I'm
we got
just
little
kidding.
Debbie's.
Better be
Uh,
Chick-fil-A.
Dave Fuchs, I support NC local all the way from New Jersey, and I'm doing it online while they pump my gas. That might be a benefit.
Boom.
That might be a benefit.
That's pretty dope, dude.
He said it's a new age rap. Okay, yeah, I mean I'll check it out. I'll go listen to his song.
Rap with
Wait,
two
was he the
T's.
one that wrote a diss song about Drake and then won a Emmy for it? or
Yes,
something?
yes,
Grammy?
yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't heard the
Hey,
song,
did
but
you
I
guys-
do know.
uh,
Did you guys see
This is not
Beyonce
us.
won a
This is not
Grammy
us.
for the best country?
Yeah, Beyonce, man.
What the?
Everybody's afraid of Jay-Z.
But this ain't Texas. I know that
He
one.
knows all about that.
And she sang
What is
Jolene.
happening?
She
Yeah,
redid
Jolene was
Jolene.
about. Yeah, she redid that one. It's about the only good one in her album.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't listen
I'm
to it.
straight podcast.
Like I said, I'm straight to podcasts. I'm either listening to a fishing podcast or Rogan or Sean Ryan.
I'm constantly reading
Did
Cosmopolitan.
you listen to one of Lindy?
Which
the
one?
latest Sean Ryan one with Lindy?
I haven't yet. No, I've been listening to the one.
I've been
he has
watching it.
Rogan has Weinstein on, so I've been listening to that one today. But it's like I have an hour drive to and from work, so I like the longer form ones because I get half on my way in and then I close it out on the way home and roll through them. But that's the next one I'm going to listen to starting I finished one up today, so I'll start that Monday whenever I go into work.
So I said I was going to bring this up before the show.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's do this.
I don't think he prefaced any of this.
Have you guys?
I have no
I know
idea
you
what
guys
he's talking
have.
about.
But
I know what he's talking
you guys watching over here. Have you guys seen Seth Ellis
Oh, bring
in
it
a
up,
little
Pete.
sardine
Can you,
truck
can you share?
Yeah, I can share.
driving with
All
the
right.
goat? You
Y'all,
guys,
if you all
hang
have
out.
not
This is
seen-
hang out,
hilarious.
hang out a minute,
Hang out.
hang out just for a minute.
Telling
You
you.
guys,
You guys
are gonna
keep talking.
wanna
I'm
see
gonna.
this.
It's gonna take me a second.
So it's like the
is this
gentle
animal
giant.
abuse?
No,
Is it human abuse?
It's sidekick.
It might be human.
I think
abuse
it's a sidekick.
because they
Okay.
stuck him, Seth. You'll see in a second. We want to know how
they're best buddies.
I mean,
he fit.
They got rid
Listen,
of the
I'm gonna
we do
text
wanna
him. We're about to
apologize.
play his stuff.
we do
live.
want to apologize for Seth yelling at the goat.
Yeah, that's the only problem. I had to yell at the
You
goat.
know, I mean, it's just
For
that's
those
just
that
the
are
way he
listening,
is.
we're kidding. He didn't really yell at the goat, but Seth is loud and big. Text Seth, let him know we're about to go live with this. I got a couple other things I need to share before. we're
Sardine
done.
can man here.
Let me put it down here because it'll make it a little easier to share.
How do you do it? Present.
Yeah.
present.
Present. Oh!
Half right.
All
All right, here we go.
That's not the right.
Oh, I hit the wrong one. Sorry.
You guys,
I'm professional.
I promise you're gonna want to see
This
this.
is hilarious.
It's hilarious. Tell us what you think of this. If Pete can figure it out.
It's getting there.
No, go to window.
I got it. It's open.
Go to the window tab. Then hit this.
I don't know why I was doing it. Usually.
So
'cause I
shout out
broke
to
it.
Goatwood Farm.
All right. So here it is. Shout out to Goatwood Farms.
Goatwood Farm.
You all will be
all
able to
your-
hear this.
For all your firewood needs.
And then
Get
we
ahold
have
of
a
Seth
question. I want you all to tell us how you think Seth fit in this truck. Oh, I gotta unmute it. Hold on, people. I forgot to unmute it. I can't see it on that little screen.
There we go.
Quit playing. What is this thing doing? Oh man. So yeah, how do you think they got Seth in that little tiny baby truck?
Oh,
I have no clue. It was like timed perfectly that the goat let out a.
That was you ready for a beer, and then he just let it go. Like you couldn't have done that. any better.
Oh my gosh, dude!
But go follow Goatwood Farms. That's Seth Ellis. That's his full-time gig.
Seth and Cole Harris.
I was just say Cole Harris is the one that's putting those videos together. So you've heard them both on the show with the D team. Goatwood has stepped up and helped them fish the MPFL this year. So definitely go check them out. Follow their socials. Seth, we still want to know how you fit in that. So see if he'll answer you. He said it was hard when I asked him. But yeah, Tim Trini. I watched something from Cliff Crochet today. He asked, "What bait did you throw all the time years ago and don't?" A worm on a cork.
Sanko.
Don't tell
I'll tell you, and it's not necessarily because it won't work, but it's because I'd rather throw other things in North Carolina, and that's a Ned rig. So I grew up in Pennsylvania fishing the Great Lakes, threw a Ned rig a lot, and yeah, threw an extra element. I'm like the goat, bro.
so
Teach
I
me to
used to
talk.
always throw a jitterbug.
Yes.
That's another one. A night,
I never-
especially right at
yeah.
dark
Maybe
or after.
there was a while I threw the Whopper Plopper a lot, but I haven't thrown that in.
It's so like they're in my rotation. So the one bait I fished a lot more than I do now, Tim. This is probably a better example is a jig. I don't fish a jig as much as I used to, and I keep saying I need to because
Yeah.
I was really good with a jig. Toot my own horn here. Like I caught a lot of fish on a lot of good fish on a jig, and I wanted to learn other stuff, so I quit throwing it, and then like I just stuck with other stuff. I need to go back.
That's
Chatterbait for me.
That's like drop shot with me. I mean,
Mm.
8 years ago,
Oh,
like
I
I
love
was throwing it
shot.
everywhere all the time.
I
It
still
didn't
do.
matter.
I love them.
I still do.
it's
Cliff Crochet said his was a Popar. I bet he'd catch a few more checks, so he went back to the Popar. Love you, Cliff. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He's not fishing a BBT now.
No, he's not. Does he fish in the opens to try to qualify for the elites, or what's he? I didn't
I
see
don't
what he
know.
was doing. David
Right.
Fuchs had a Red Devil
'cause
spoon.
He's the Cajun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. You're
yeah.
right.
So I
Cliff's a great guy. I really like Cliff. So that was just I don't know him personally, but he seems like one of those dudes you can mess
Yeah.
with. But
if you can
a pop
understand-
R, if you can understand him, a pop
I
R
love it.
is so reverse. A pop R is a bait I never threw, and now I always have one tied off because
My
of
dude.
this dude right here.
Yeah.
My
And he
dude.
never threw one either till he had a day.
One
And then he was
day,
like, "Bro, I'm telling you, you gotta
2023.
throw this thing." And I'm like, "I don't know, dude." So we went to Mayo, and I was like, I knew the top wire. I was like, "I'm only throwing a pop bar," and
I
I'll
can't
never,
wait for
I
that
will
tournament.
never,
That's gonna be.
I will never
be a
not
great
have a
fish.
pop bar tied on again. I have caught some absolute giants, and it's just a fun eat.
It's just,
Like that day when David Fuchs and Christine were here that day post spawn, I caught
20
Jordan like
pounds?
You used to not
24
throw it
for my
either.
best 5 on a pop bar.
Mm.
Like in the first hour of light. The first
Yeah.
my second cast, I caught a 6.2.
David,
David and them were still running up the lake. They rolled up and I reached the live one. I'm like,
So David actually caught his very first pop R fish this past year, on Jordan. And apparently
he
I
said
showed
Trey
him-
showed me the way on the pop bar. This is the way.
Best tournament I ever had was all fish on a pop bar.
Yeah.
Now,
Great
what
bait.
line are you guys throwing that on?
I throw mine on 30-pound braid.
Okay. Yeah.
Cortland.
I mean, that's what I throw. Like most of my top water stuff's on 30-pound braid.
He throws his
almost
on
I throw mine
or
on
Florida.
I throw it
30
on
pound braid, yeah.
co-poly,
Yeah.
17-pound
Oh,
co-poly.
Poly.
Usually I will go to I've started throwing it on braid more. That's a mental thing for me. Like I feel like because the way I fish it a lot slower, and I feel like they can see the braid. Now I did start throwing it on braid this year and got more bites. So I have a little bit more confidence in it. But for me, I'm just more confident throwing it on that.
You want to know
co-poly.
what freaks Pete out? When my idiot self gets a 4 or 5 pounder on it, and I go to like almost try to like boat flip it, dude.
Bro.
Yeah.
Trey net flips every fish he has
Yeah.
up. He gets it up there, and I'm waiting for him to like, with a fish in the net, you try to keep it right under the surface into the net. Trey gets it up to the net, and the thing pops out of the water. He's like, and I'm like, I gotta catch it in the net. It makes me so
he
nervous.
actually yelled at me. The
I
only
did.
time he yelled at me the whole year, he's like, Don't do
Don't do that.
And I'm like, yes, Dad.
I was like,
David Fuchs, his first fish in North Carolina was on a pop R. In fact, if he would have actually got the fish, his very first big fish in North Carolina would have been on a frog. And I watched it come up, and that thing was like, like that. But he was like, boop, and pull it out of its mouth.
oh, he didn't give the old
Yeah.
2-seconder.
Oh, yeah,
man.
that was a big one, dude.
Trey,
Yeah.
so boat flips, I make Trey super nervous. with
Oh,
boat flips.
100,000%.
So it was Carr. We didn't get a bite till the fish we found. It didn't turn on till like what 9
talking about
9:30?
Gaston.
Or Gaston, yeah, like 9:30. That bite turned on, and the first fish I hooked was that spot. It was like 4 pounds,
Yeah,
something like that. And I'm like big one. So I'm grinding. It's coming at the boat. Coming. And I see it and I can't see the chatterbait. And Trey's coming with that. And I was like, get out of the way. And he's like, ah! And I'm just like up over the rail down to the thing. And he's like, don't do that. And I was like, if I tell you to get out of the way, bro, get out of the way because it's coming in the boat.
Yeah.
So I make Trey nervous with boat flips. But if I have him coming and it's hooked, I'm going to boat flip it 100% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've done that a couple times. I'm more of I'd rather just net it, just be on
Yeah.
the safe side. But if they're choking to where I can't see that thing,
Yeah.
yeah, it's coming.
Boat flips are so much cooler.
Yeah, I've had so many boat flip fails this year,
Oh,
dude.
You
dude,
did
I
have a
almost threw
bunch.
my rod. Actually, I did throw my rod.
Yeah.
I was fishing with obviously Mikey, and dude, I went to boat flip this fish, and it was when I first started using fish stick rods and did not realize how much bend.
Parabolic bend.
Yeah. And when the boat flipped, it hit the side of the boat. The hook came off. The fish went to fly in the water. I'm like, no. I threw my hands up like that with the rod in it. Went to reach down, missed the fish, turn around, had to hurry up and get the rod. Yeah, no, I
You
got
lost
it.
one?
No, I got it, but it was
You got it.
Yeah, I
you
got
had
it
to
back.
like last second,
I was like
down to the
oh.
elbow.
Oh yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So the boat flip, like on a cranking rod or anything, I'm almost never gonna boat flip one just because there's too much.
I
on it.
tried
But if
to
I'm
boat
throwing a
flip one.
top water or a frog, I throw it on a pretty stiff rod. And,
or a flipping bait.
I don't. Yeah, they don't even
Flipping bait.
ask for a
If
net.
you're getting stuck with 20 pound in the face, like you're coming in the boat.
If I ask you for a net and
It
we're
doesn't matter if
flipping,
you're 7 pounds.
it's 6+ guaranteed.
Like I tried
Like when you set the hook and you know,
Yeah.
and you're like net because it's a giant. But if you set the hook and you're like, yeah, it's like 5
yeah,
Yeah.
but
coming over.
I will
the
tell you, same thing, right? So I've been with Cashin for it's like a couple years now, but I wasn't fully with Cashin until about a year and a half ago. And the parabolic bend on a Cashin is vastly different than an Abu Garcia, dude. And so I've tried several times this last year
It's been rough.
to boat flip, like at Bugs Island, 4-pounder, 20 pound, dude, coming up to boat flip, and I'm like, no. I'm like, oh no.
Luckily, he's got the best net man in the game.
That's right,
That
yeah.
fish came out of the water
Yeah.
with a hook out of his
Sure.
mouth.
And
And you better ask Mikey about that one.
now with a frog,
I netted like
no
9 of
problem.
Trey's fish with no hooks in it this year that were flying through the air. So,
So-
and you hooked one of mine.
So
That's true.
No, I've
We almost
I've
died.
done that with Mike, and I'm like, all right, is this my fish or yours?
Cheers. Somehow Mikey and Nick missed that entire debacle on
Oh,
Gaston
yeah.
on that
Where
last
I
fish.
fell,
They were just
ripped
cheering.
my jeans.
You were on the ground half dead. I'm
Oh,
trying
no,
not to
we were at
die.
the point.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
moved. Okay.
I'm
So
Trey's
that was-
falling.
that was the- that
I'm
was-
trying to hold his pants with a fish on.
That was the day that Mike and Nick won AOI for us.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
100 million%. We don't have a fifth fish there.
We don't.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
don't have that fifth fish. We don't win AOI.
No, there's no way. Not without winning a
Nick's
tournament.
like, you
You're welcome.
scumbag.
not without.
you, right? You guys, right?
And it was
Yeah.
a 14 1/4 incher.
First
No,
of all,
I'll tell you why we didn't win AOY, because we didn't earn it. I mean, we had 2 tournaments that we placed 14th place, which was like, oh, that's not bad. Well, when you lose,
it was the Mayo tournament.
listen,
wasn't it?
when you lose by 7 points,
Gaston and Mayo, they both or not.
No, Carr.
Carr and Mayo.
Carr, man.
yeah, yep, just
The first tournament of the year,
Horrible.
and then
Was
Mayo.
Pete there for Mayo?
no, I don't think he was.
He was skipping across
He
the
was-
water.
yeah, he was.
That was the day.
He was skipping like a.
That
dick.
was the day I went face water skiing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was
do not recommend.
that was probably the most stressful tournament for me
I'm sure.
because it was by myself.
Yeah.
that was so lonely.
Well, and then Jesse Wise comes up and fishes next to you too.
I called him in.
Well, I know, but I'm just
I called
saying,
him in, yeah.
having a pro be like right there,
Yeah,
you're like,
Trey already had 22 pounds in the box, so he
Whooped
didn't
him.
care. No, just kidding. He had like
you know, such a beautiful tournament. It was probably one of my. I mean, you weren't there, but it was definitely one of my favorites because, like,
that hurts.
no, it was one of my.
That was my favorite derby of the
Because
year.
I
Because
kept
your
smiling
ass
on his-
wasn't
you know
there.
what? Smile on his face the
because
whole time.
I put so much work into that because you guys went and did the ritual fun fishing thing on bugs, right?
Yeah.
Like we always
Yeah.
do that,
and that was a blast. by
and
the
I
way.
didn't go because I didn't feel comfortable,
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm not feeling it here, you know.
What-
And then
What's funny about that is if I had been there, this thing's being weird. There's like a weird. Oh, that's just showing real. Okay, had I been there, I don't know if we wouldn't have went fun fishing because I'm super confident with what you found on day one, and I would have been like, we're good.
I just didn't have confidence in the shallow game, dude.
I know you didn't, but I love that, and I would have done
I
everything
know.
I could to talk you out of not going back.
I mean, how was the shallow game?
I
Not
mean, it wasn't bad. The shallow fish that we found were in beds.
Oh, okay.
So, and then we went, I guess you want to call it offshore, throwing a minnow,
Oh,
which was fun.
Pinging
that
the
was
minnow,
my
bro.
first time.
well, that was
you
cool.
know,
Yeah.
and you say ping in a minnow, Mikey had his forward facing, doing his thing, which he's still, working on. We were still
You said
not as good as all.
Mikey got her down in. I
Yeah.
think.
But I was just back to just fan casting.
Yep.
And I'm bringing it through the grass. And as soon as it got hung in the grass, just pop it real quick, and as soon as you pop it, good gracious,
Yeah, they whack.
I mean, they would whack
Yeah.
it, and I'm like, so
That was just a jig head minnow too.
yeah.
Yeah, like a chat. Yeah.
yep. So, which I caught a couple on a chatter and jerk bait too. So
That's the coolest part about the deal, right? So like pre-tournament or pre-tournament day, like I jump in Mikey's boat, and then you and I in my boat?
yeah,
Yeah, like we were all helping each other out, like, hey, this is what I'm looking at. This is how I do it. You know, that's the coolest thing about the deal. And Nick said it earlier. If you're in the area and you're looking for a good group to fish with, good competition, win good money, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like good people, Fishers and Men's Central, I highly recommend it to
Yeah.
anybody. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
it was the
it's
most fun
ve-
I've had
it's
tournament
so-
fishing in a long time.
so fun, man. Like,
I mean, I fished, quite a few different tournament trails, and I would say by far the Fisher's Men has been my favorite.
yeah, mine too.
They
you know,
run it.
I mean,
They run it well.
Oh, yeah.
Like
The dinner the night before
I
is
know.
great.
Getting
The
yeah.
special speakers that we have were, were
getting to
great.
hear people's testimony,
So,
man. Like that one
you know.
kid playing the harmonica. Remember
Yeah.
that kid?
Yeah.
That was at
Yeah,
Gaston.
He smoked it, dude.
Yeah, I was like,
Smoked it, yeah.
I don't even like this kid because he's so good. I wish I could do that. No, I'm just, he was though. He was hammering down on that old harmonica, man. It was
Yeah.
awesome. But
And they got really good. So like outside of the just like the good moral and ethical humans that are there, like they got incentives, right? Like there's a lot of sponsors that support
yeah,
Fishers and Men. I think Basket Boats supports them,
Basket,
Power Pole, like a bunch of different organizations.
they're on. So if we can get 30 boats,
Yep.
Toyota bucks,
Toyota
you can get
bucks,
Toyota
yep.
bucks. You can get,
Deep Creek Lures
Deep
this
Creek.
year. Josh Ballard is actually giving everybody that signs up to fish. I think it's $25 or $50 gift certificate. as
Oh,
oh, that's
really?
cool.
for Deep Creek Lures. And he's actually just came out with you know what, I better not say because I don't know if he's told everybody yet.
Yeah.
Don't
So
say
never
it.
mind. But if he has, you know what I'm talking about. If he hasn't yet, you just gotta wait.
So I run a Vexus. Trey has the Bass Tracker. Ben has a,
I've got a Triton.
Triton
and Nick has a.
Ranger.
Yeah, he's a Ranger guy. So
Like four.
it's
different-
it's actually shocking he's even at the table with us
Why?
because those Ranger guys, man, you know how they are.
No. Oh, he's not a real
I do
Ranger
know.
guy.
I
He's
do
not
know
a real
that.
Ranger guy.
I'm not a real Ranger guy though.
Yeah,
No,
but
he
you
just
know,
bought that Ranger. It's a
but
great boat.
you bought that Ranger to keep the legacy alive from somebody who passed away in your club.
Yeah, that fished in
Yes.
our club. Yeah.
Yep. JC Helms
JC.
passed away last year. Great guy.
He was.
I don't know how long he was in the club for, but him and Larry always fish together. And Larry's
so
got a boat and he's still fishing this.
them dudes were like grumpier old men though.
Oh, it was
The
great.
funniest thing when those dudes would fish, and
Yeah.
I know that had to hit him hard.
What do you have in the back of that boat? A 150?
150.
See, here's
B Max.
this is what I love, right? You got four guys sitting here. We don't have 250s.
Every single one of us got 150.
We don't have $150,000 bass boats. We go out there. We have a great time. We still compete. We still beat people. We win. We have a great, and we're not like up to our eyeballs in debt. So it can be done for anybody who's like, oh man, I just can't afford. Like, listen,
Yeah,
dude,
you
I
gotta keep
I got
up
a
with the
bass
judges,
tracker,
man.
bro. I got a bass tracker.
You don't need a 21 foot with a
No.
250 all decked out.
You don't.
Like I won and did way better when I had a.
I mean,
17
unless
and a half
somebody
foot
wants
tracker.
to donate me one.
Yeah, if you want to donate
I mean,
a boat,
I'm fine with that.
if anybody has a boat they want to give us for free,
A VLX 20 by Icon.
but yeah, you don't need
Yeah,
that,
you
man.
go
Just
to
get
the
out and
Bahamas
fish,
with that
bro.
thing.
Yeah,
For
Yeah,
sure.
you
It's
could.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Trey Thompson is going to be the proud owner of a Savage 215 suit.
I appreciate you giving me one, Brad.
Yeah, that was awfully nicey, Brad.
You
To
got
give
that
Trey-
national dealer price?
Yeah.
Yeah, invoice
awesome,
minus
dude.
40%.
Whatever it takes, Brad.
Whatever it
Whatever
takes.
it takes.
I'm looking forward to seeing that boat. Really, I am. It's a giant though. God, that's a big boat.
It's a giant.
It's,
Yeah.
It's what, 21?
It's like 21 foot.
It's
8
bigger
inches
than
or
the
21
Ranger.
Foot, 3 inches.
It's bigger than Ranger's aluminum.
My
on
buddy
250.
ordered
I'm
one.
gonna guess that's 21.
My buddy ordered one.
I think it's
from
21.
Collins, Yeah.
5.
215.
Yeah.
Good,
I
Brad.
ordered
It
in
needs
white
to
just
be
for you.
white.
There you
It
go.
needs to be white. That's no pun intended. White is my favorite color for a boat.
21.3.
21.3.
Oh, you can just get it
That's
wrapped.
a giant, dude.
One
Yeah.
cast fishing.
Yeah, 21 foot 3 inches.
Thanks, Brad.
20,
Hey, Brad, did you ever answer what kind of snacks we have tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, Brad. Get
That'd
on
be-
that.
Better be
That's
Chick-fil-A.
the most important. It better be Chick. There is one right there. We can get breakfast.
I know. Listen, if you guys are in the Cary area tomorrow, 12 to 3, Pete, myself, Seth Ellis, Nick's gonna be there. Ben might be there too. We're all gonna be up there hanging out at the Bass Pro Shops. We're gonna be talking fishing. We can give them some seminars. We're gonna do some live episodes and stuff like that. Come out there, hang out with us. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah. And if you have any more questions, we're going to keep this rolling for about 4 more minutes. I don't know why I picked 4, but I did.
4 is a good number.
Put questions on anything you might want us to do a seminar on tomorrow. We will go live for every one of those. And yeah, we'll
new Savage 215s. Appreciate it,
that's
Brad.
amazing, Brad. Thank you so much. Love you long time. If you have something you want to do a seminar and a live on, remember if you have a question, you can't tune in live. Once we go live on Facebook, that video stays there forever. So it's not going anywhere forever.
Even if there was a fire.
Wendy Peppercorn, dude. Peppercorn.
Still be there.
Yeah.
Wendy
Even if Doge goes through it.
Did anybody get
It's
that?
still
Did you
there.
get that reference? Wendy Peppercorn.
I don't know what movie, which one.
You're
Sandlot.
killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me,
Sandlot?
Smalls.
Oh yeah, that's
Wendy
a
Peppercorn was a
OG,
lifeguard.
dude.
He fake drowned so he could make
Yeah.
out with. Yeah, Wendy Peppercorn. I watch for the knowledge in the lab. Well, there's
love
more
it, Tim.
laughs than knowledge,
Yeah.
Tim. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, we are the
Gina knew it was Sandlot.
Snap, Gina coming in hot.
She's like,
from
Trey,
left
you
field.
idiot.
Hey, so I love Gina's little videos that she puts out where she's mimicking
I know.
everybody.
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm pretty jealous that I
thanks a
haven't.
lot,
paid
Gina. You talk some shit on me over here.
I'm very jealous that I haven't.
You're
gotten
killing
that
me,
yet.
Small.
I thought we was friends, Gina.
Gina, well, that's because Pete doesn't fish and he doesn't post pictures of fish.
yeah. And so, are you guys
He
going to run a
hasn't-
GoPro this year?
He hasn't fished for like 8
Like all
months.
year?
Yeah.
Not just for the championship, but all year. Are you going to run it?
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah, we need to.
It doesn't matter because
Just got to start making it your routine.
yeah, we just need to do it.
So we're going to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
I
We
still
just,
have.
we just need somebody to edit
And
it.
that, folks, is how we're gonna do it.
I still have to fish a derby in yoga pants, don't I?
Yes, you do.
You just
Yeah.
effed yourself.
It's
Yes, you
okay.
do.
I got to be a man and own up to the bet that I made. Which
All
is
right,
perfect
so
English.
Pete's gonna be in pink spandex. This
No, they
year.
can't be pink. That's the only rule.
Purple.
They're supposed to be
Oh.
black. I think they were black juicy, if I remember.
Black
correctly.
juicy.
Hey Gina, why don't you hook him up with some Southern Harlequin
Oh,
Spanx?
yes.
This is gonna be terrible. Can it
that
be
would be
one of the?
hilarious.
Can I do it in the take the warrior fishing? That
Yes.
warrior would
Yeah,
probably
that'd be
drown
great.
me.
Great.
Yeah,
No, I
that'd be a
can't
good
do
one.
that. I represent that organization. I don't think Dwayne would appreciate that. Justin, gonna let you come hang out, or are you working? Hey, what? Who's
Justin.
Justin?
Who's Justin?
Who are you talking about, Bradley?
Just in case you were wondering, like
Just in case.
Justin.
Justin.
We're confused here.
Justin Boots.
Justin, the back room.
Justine.
Justine.
Oh,
Pam.
Pam.
Ah, with two M's.
Oh, the N is silent. Pam. First time catching a full show live. Thanks for the love, guys. Absolutely, Tyler.
Absolutely,
Appreciate
yeah.
you being here, man.
When you come up to Elevate Outdoors, shoot us a message on the community page or our personal socials, and if we're around, we'll come hang out with you there.
I still want to know who Justin is before we end this.
Yeah,
so it
who's
might go more than
Justin?
4 minutes.
Brad, who's
Yeah.
Justin?
Come on,
Have you
Brad.
been drinking, Brad?
Well, he might be just super tired because he has that new baby.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
got the new.
Justin's super tired. I get it now.
She works with my friend Justin at the day job. LOL. Who's she? Oh, Gina. Maybe Gina.
my
I
God.
don't know. I'm still super confused
I'm
about what's
so
going
lost.
I'm more
Yeah.
confused now than I was before.
on. Yeah, I thought I knew where we were, but now I'm thinking the aliens.
This sounds like postpartum, like
Oh,
depression here.
Is this COVID fog?
Yeah. Anyways, all right.
All right, folks.
Yeah.
Uh oh, Ben's
Ben's
tired.
getting tired.
Ben's getting tired.
It's 4 minutes.
Dad's keeping
Oh,
us in
man.
check. It has been 4 minutes and 10 seconds now. So appreciate y'all jumping on. Make sure you check out all those that make this possible. He said yes, Gina. So it was Gina works with Justin at her day job or his day job. Somebody's day job. Somebody has a day job named Justin.
Somebody works.
Yeah. No, but appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate the support. We hope to see you at Raleigh tomorrow. We're gonna have a bunch of stickers and stuff. We'll be hanging out. There may be a QR code for you to grab your Hobie Hall floats. We might show those off a little bit. So until we get kicked out for that. But yeah, anyway, make sure you come check us out 12 to 3 p.m. Bass Pro Carry. Be good to each other, be good to other anglers, and help us continue to grow a culture of anglers helping anglers one cast at a time.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.